starving.
Hi guys, this is Rose from a Catholic homeschooling family, and it is Saturday, about 12:30 p.m. Saturday the 13th. Oops, sorry, I did that. The 13th or the 12th. Whatever that Saturday is on this Mother's Day weekend. I don't remember the number. And we're driving to San Antonio. We're currently in Dilley. We had to take a bathroom break. Well, we stopped because my baby Easy was crying. We thought he was hungry. And then I tried to feed him and he didn't want to eat. Then I changed his diaper, did everything I needed to do. Everybody went to the restroom. And then my husband started to feed the baby. So my husband's mad because he's feeding the baby and I'm driving. Right, babe? You're not mad? So anyways, we're in Dilley. We're in the country Dilley, no, the town. And that is in between Laredo and San Antonio. I don't know if you guys know that movie Urban Cowboy by John Travolta. Well, there's that bar that one famous bar. I don't know, I've never seen it. That movie was filmed here in this town, and that bar was famous at one point, but it burnt down and they reconstructed it, and I guess it's not famous anymore. But this is the town where that movie took place. I don't know where the bar is. I've never looked for it. I think it's... No, I don't know. I don't know where it is. So... But it's here. And then I remembered Urban Cowboy. And then I remembered Saturday Night Fever, which I super love. Which I own it. And... I also remembered from there, you know, how your mind just chain links memories and stuff. I remembered Grease, and then from Grease I remembered, because it's a dancing singing movie, and then from Grease I remembered one of my favorite movies with Patrick Swayze, Dirty Dancing. And I love that movie, and whenever I don't own it, but whenever I can see it, I try to see it. There's a truck coming up behind me. It's the truck. I didn't know if he was gonna let me go or not. I moved over to the right and he started honking at me. So yeah, I love to dance and I love to sing. I'm not. I'm looking straight. I love to dance and I love to sing, but I'm not that good at either. I'm slightly better at dancing than singing. But I don't karaoke. But I sing all the time by myself with the radio, alongside whatever singer's on, if I know the words. Or if I have no the words, I sing half of it. But we're taking the San Antonio trip as for Mother's Day. And the next time we go out of town, I'm gonna try to see if we can go to Houston. I love Houston very much. Last year, I don't know if you guys remember, about this time, it was actually Memorial Day weekend, which is in 2 weekends from now. We went to the Houston area. We went to that Catholic family retreat, and I looked it up, and they're not doing it this year, and I don't know why. I almost called, but I didn't call. It did have that alert, like, sorry, there will be no retreat this summer. And there was nothing else on the schedule. Very sad. Anyways, we had a hard time leaving Laredo this morning. I woke up, I've been struggling with insomnia, okay? So I woke up at 5:30. I tried to go back to sleep and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I actually got up at 6:30. And...
You alright?
No, close it. Thank you. Guys, Damian Mibala, we're like an hour away from San Antonio now. We're 1 hour away. So, woke up at 6:30. Everything I had already packed the night before, and so it shouldn't have taken so long to leave. But we didn't leave the house until 10. we got a little bit behind because for some reason the battery, this new van's battery got damaged overnight. We hadn't had any problems, but for some reason this morning when we woke up, we just couldn't turn it on, so my husband had to jump it, and then he did, and we thought we were ready to go. Then it didn't go. He had to jump it again, and then it felt like that truck was overheating, so we ran over to this like battery shop place, and he's like, yeah, your battery's dead, you need a new one. It's like, what? We had to buy a new battery. So we actually didn't leave Laredo until about 11, when I woke up at 6:30 and everything was already packed. So that was very stressful. But this isn't the first time this happens to us. The last year, when I was talking to you about that trip that we went to last year to the Houston Galveston area for that Catholic family retreat, the same thing happened. But it wasn't the battery, it was the tires. We woke up with the flat. And so we had to replace all 4 tires before we left. Well, we had to replace one. They suggested we replace all of them, so we replaced all of them. That also delayed us. So I feel like, I don't know why, every time we need to go out of town, something happens. It never happens during like the time we're in town. We're not going anywhere. It always happens at the last minute. The battery thing could have happened yesterday, but it didn't. It chose to happen right before we left. And I wonder if it's like, well, my husband and I were saying, maybe it's a sign. Maybe it's a sign. And we chose to ignore the sign. We already had booked the hotel, and we had already packed, and we had already told the kids, and the kids get excited. So if it was a sign, we chose to ignore it. The last time that happened, that Houston Galveston trip that I was talking to you about, we also were like, should we go, should we not go, should we go? But we already had paid for everything, so we went. Even though we had the like nagging feeling maybe we shouldn't go, we still went. It turned out okay, so I'm hoping that this week trip will also turn out okay. My kids are very excited because they love to stay at hotels. Well, I do too, love to stay at hotels.
Because you get to run in the hallways and they do have.
You don't get to run in the hallways. My son's so silly.
I like hotels because the sun that opens is beautiful.
You like hotels because why?
Because they have hot tubs.
Because they have hot tubs? Okay, and why do you like hotels, mi Bella? Talk loud. Because they're beautiful and fancy? Because it's so much fun. You want to go more to the hotel than to Fiesta, Texas? Yeah? My kids are more excited about going to the hotel
I actually want to go.
than going to Fiesta, Texas. If y'all can believe that.
I want to go to Fiesta, Texas first.
Oh, you do want to go? Okay, we are gonna go. Don't worry about that. We're paying for season tickets, and nobody ever wants to go. Me and my husband said this is the last year. Like, this is the last summer we're gonna keep the season pass. After this summer, we're just gonna cancel the membership because this is slightly expensive, and nobody ever wants to go. My kids don't really like to go. We want to try to see if maybe we can get season passes for SeaWorld. I couldn't remember the name. SeaWorld. I don't know how expensive that'll be. I hope it's about the same. But every time I try to call, there's always like a super long, well, okay, I've tried to call twice. But those 2 times that I tried to call, they tell me I have to hold for like 30 minutes. So I hang up. I don't bother to wait for 30 minutes. I don't know. We'll have to do a little bit of research on that. And we got to bring our dog this time. So we're excited about that. Because my husband did extensive research. How many hotels did you book, babe, before we ended up at this one hotel? booked one. So we booked 4 hotels because, well, we booked 4 hotels and we kept changing. I wanted to stay at the Drury. I love the Drury because it's not that expensive, and I think it's super pretty. And they give you adult beverages and dinner with the stay in the evening, and they also give you like a full breakfast, not continental breakfast, like a full breakfast when you wake up, and it's really not that expensive, and it's a super nice hotel. So I wanted to stay there, but it was a little bit expensive. We would pay just like, I don't know, like $250 or so for 2 nights. So then my husband, I actually did book it, but we had to cancel it. So my husband kept searching to try to get good deals of like a better price at another hotel, like a more economical hotel. And he booked a couple, and he ended up, he would book it and then he'd cancel it because he'd find a better one, a more economical, but like a better deal, right? And then he did that like twice till he ended up with that last one. And that one allows us to take dogs, so we're happy about that. My kids always love to travel with our dog. I don't know, they don't really pay that much attention to her at the house, but they think it's exciting to bring the dog on the trip. So she's with us back there with the kids. And that's it for right now, guys. Thank you for watching a Catholic homeschooling family. I'll try to make another video later today. God bless you. Bye-bye.